Do we got to start over?
So we had some technical difficulties, but what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the No Shot Podcast.
Episode 44.
We had this so planned and knew all these things we're saying now.
We were making you wonder what happened to us the last 3 months.
Sometimes you disappear. You know, you go monk mode. I think that's what the cool term is. You disappear for 6 months and come back unrecognizable. Well, we disappeared for 3 months.
And we're super recognizable.
Yeah,
so.
like not a lot's changed, but not a lot's changed at the same time.
So I don't know. I think today's episode is going to be a little bit different for you guys. We're going to get a little real with you about what's happened in the last 3 months. So we'll catch you up, but also
hopefully laugh at our pain.
You'll see our hearts.
Yes.
Kind of.
Maybe not literally, but
I mean, it could be literal. We don't know. Anything could happen at this point.
We got 20 minutes, and a lot can happen. But yeah, so for me, within the last month alone, I've moved twice now.
Yeah.
Since the new year, so we filmed 3 episodes, and the last one that dropped.
Wait. Where are we filming at right now, though?
We are filming in my new house,
Casa de Chico 2.
Casa de Pollaccia. Future branding.
Oh, Casa
Nice.
de Pollaccia dos. Uno. Yeah.
Uno.
The first house
Yes.
of Pollaccia's.
So yes, we are in my new house. I closed on this not even a week ago, and I had moved into it partially, but I'm living out of my boxes still, and that'll be the game plan for a while.
He's been living out of boxes for the last 2 years.
For real, dude.
Yeah.
For real. This is so.
You haven't had a full closet in forever.
So let's see. So my house, back to my parents' house, Florida apartment, back to my parents' house, my own apartment, back to my parents' house, this house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
hey,
7.
Sometimes boxes are the way to go.
Yeah. They make for great tables, side lamps,
desks.
A lot of versatility in box. And honestly, cardboard's kind of strong. You can't hate on cardboard,
Maybe we should brand cardboard boxes for food.
What do you mean? What does that even mean?
Like Tupperware, but made out of cardboard.
Yeah, I microwaved my cardboard box thing and, totally ruined the food. I think I ate poison. The methane, it just gets to your brain.
You know what? You need it every now and then, so
it
is what it is.
Yeah. So. Let's see. So moved a bunch, lived out of boxes. I started my job, but I talked about that in one of the podcasts. And so I've been adjusting to learning that new schedule. So been going on literally, it's been 3 months since we posted a podcast, filmed, since I started my job.
Yeah, everything's just been too chaotic.
Yeah.
Life has been
lifing.
Yeah, lifing us, but not in the
you tell them about what you've been going on with.
I don't even know, man. I mean, obviously I took over back at the restaurant as the kitchen manager and everything. So I officially became it starting the new year. So yeah, I mean, good things were happening, getting some new food specials out, revamping some current menu items and stuff like that. So I mean, that's been going. So it is what it is. But
yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You get to those, a manager type position, and it's a lot more stressful. Cause
I had 4 people leave in 1 week. So that made everything 100 times harder, trying to find fill-ins and replacements and trying to find capable staff to, learn and
or wanted to learn even.
Yeah, it's a disaster. I mean, it's not a disaster, but it's a disaster period that you go through.
It feels hard.
So I mean, right now for the month of April, because I have one of the normal cooks that normally works at night, he's gone now. So every Friday night I will be there now. So I'll be doubling on Fridays.
So if you want a really good quesadilla or fajita,
don't.
Christian will be making it for you with love.
Yep, lots of love.
So much love.
You're another fajita.
Stop eating these, dude. Nothing was worse. You get a 4-top, and then all 4
fajitas.
You're just dude.
Do you realize you have no table space?
Yeah.
And then you're where am I supposed to put this?
Then they act like it's my fault, and I'm I wasn't kidding when I told you you're gonna have no table space.
You get 10 plates, you guys. You get 10 plates, and if you have been to Mexican Village before, you realize the tables aren't large and in charge. They're comfortable and that's it.
It's designed with maximum efficiency and comfortability in mind. So maximizing the space, most amount of people in there that can eat the most amount of food. And so when you do something like that and a 4-top becomes like an 8-top because you need another table because you all decided to order fajitas, it's really rude.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Up.
And don't blame me. Blame yourself. Why did you choose that? Think ahead.
Like when people order a Milanesa, they always ask for an extra plate. And in my head, I'm thinking, actually, why do you need the extra plate now? Because
you have the
plate's there. You're cutting it up. Like, you don't...
yeah, dude. Why do people... Yeah, 100%. Like, when people will order, like, a combination plate and then they ask for 2 side plates, I'm like, the plate it comes on is the first plate.
If people say they're sharing, I just bring 1 extra plate because you got the main plate and then an extra plate.
And if you ask for another
here's
one...
this, and this.
If you ask for another one, you're literally a detriment.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I agree. You're a detriment. Actually. I don't like the people that are like, can I get like 6 small plates so I can share my chips and salsa?
Oh, dude, I'm like, what's wrong with the basket?
I can bring you a spoon and you can just go like,
What? Just use the chip,
dip
it, man. That's all you got to do.
And if you don't like sharing with the table, then maybe you shouldn't be going out to eat with them.
Why are you eating with them? Clearly you think they're dirty.
Yeah.
You're the problem.
I'll eat off his spoon and fork. He'll eat off my spoon and fork. I mean, it is what it is. I don't care.
Yeah, like why make a big deal? Like when people are like, I want 4 separate plates so we can eat our chips and salsa. I literally take the longest time to do that. I go check on my other tables. Maybe I'll take out the trash because I'm just like, that is the dumbest.
I'll go for a walk. I'll clock out.
I'm going to clock out, go home, take a nap. Like that is the worst.
Come back for my next shift and then bring you the plates.
Because I hate the request that much. I'm just like, this is stupid. You have a basket, you have 2 fingers, and you have separate, like, what do you think is wrong?
Or if you take like 6 spoons out to a table, I'm like, this is a problem. Like, I don't know, whatever. But anyway.
Or you'll be like that kid that eats the salsa with a spoon.
Oh, yeah, the guy that like actually gets a spoon and like, he'll get like 4 miles. And
I'm just like, please
like,
leave.
Bro, stop.
You're not allowed back at this restaurant.
We're going to start charging you $1 for salsa now.
for every spoonful of salsa, you pay us $1.
Yeah, but so going into like our topic for today,
a lot of life stuff.
We wanted to talk about like life in general, and I think we want to touch a little bit on like the importance of like mental health, especially because I feel like both of us are in like the same boat right now. I mean,
life gets hard. Life gets hard, like
mentally, I'm just broken at this point. I'm like very mentally broken, and I think it had a lot to do with like we had talked like my previous job, because everything was so set up in a way where like I had to take on 6 jobs as the only person doing it, and like it was so hard to manage all that. And now I left. I gave myself like I thought was enough time to breathe and unwind, but I don't think I did, because...
Well, I mean, you only took like 2 weeks, not even.
Yeah, no, not even. I had like a week and then I was picking up shifts.
Because you were like serving and stuff before you
started. But like, so I
stuff.
didn't really give myself that much time, but I don't know. I mean, my responsibilities and my hours worked at the last job were like an average 50 hours plus the responsibility of 6. Now, like, I average, 40, 45 hours a week. So my hours are down, but I still, the stress level is still the exact same, and it shouldn't be. And I'm like, I don't know what to do right now. Like, I am mentally, like, I'm exhausted. Like, I have no drive to want to do anything after work. Like, even at work, I'm kind of like, I'm trying to make the best of it, but like, I'm also very like,
feel the pressure.
Yeah.
Almost.
So then I like, I get home, I'm unhappy, I'm miserable. Like, I'm just.
And then you carry it through. Like, that's why it's like, it's hard. It's very hard to push through that mental barrier, because it's like, once it's hitting you, it's hard to stop, because you're like, all right, this is work has sucked. Let's say work has sucked for a day, right? And then you're like, well, I don't want to take it home, but then you're like, you can't let it go, and you think about it, so then it carries over into home. That's why it's so important to separate, but it's also so hard. Like, I think once you get to like a manager level type position where you are overseeing multiple people, and it's hard to be able to take it away, like to separate home from work. And then on top of that too, like when you get to that level, you end up having to work past being at the physical place you're at.
Yeah.
So then like sometimes for me it would be like when's that call coming from a customer, or
I always wait for where's the text, where's my call,
where's the email,
what's this gonna happen, how's this gonna do and stuff. And
I always felt like, and I still do, like I would rather be in a more like physically demanding job, because for me, physical exhaustion is different than like mental exhaustion.
Yeah, to be honest, I'd rather be physically exhausted than mentally exhausted, because physically exhausted, all you gotta do is really sleep it. You sleep, you rest, and like boom, like you're like,
or
okay, I feel a little bit better. Or you eat, Like mental exhaustion, it
affects you physically.
It affects everything.
Yeah.
And like, you know, we talked about it, and it's like I've been trying to work out a lot more, and like right now maybe 1 or 2 days a week, which is a lot better than how it used to be, but it's not good at all, because you know, if I come home from work, I'm exhausted mentally. It goes into, you know, my physical exhaustion. Now, like, I don't want to work out. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that, because then I force myself, and then it's not good in general, because mentally I'm not there. Like, I'm focusing on just this right now, because in the back of my head I got, you know, an explosion going on still.
Yeah. And like, because when you do something you enjoy, like working out, like I even have this problem. When you do it as enjoyment, release, stress relief, but then you're doing it to force it, like you're saying, it ends up becoming a stressor.
And then you start getting pissed off from the things that you found joy in.
Because you're like, oh, I used to love working out. And then you're like, okay, if I have a bad workout, it makes me upset. But then because you don't want to work out, you're forcing the workout. It makes a workout a bad workout, no matter, even if it's good. So then you hate it.
Yeah, it's like a chore. It starts turning into a chore more than a luxury. Like, even same thing with golf. Like, I love going golfing now. But because I'm so mentally like exhausted and fatigued and whatever,
it just stresses you out. Cause
like I start playing bad. I mean, I'm bad regardless, but like I start playing bad, and then I get pissed off that I'm playing bad. So now it's like I don't want to be out there.
Then you throw a club at a sweet innocent old lady who probably deserves it,
and the ball killed a squirrel, and now you're mad that you're a murderer of animals, like,
and maybe a person, and you can't play at that golf course ever again. It's your favorite golf course,
and then you lose a club. Oh, there goes another $150. It's like, I'm already poor as it is. Let me just spend more money on a club because I knocked out this lady.
My 9-iron's great. I have to just buy a whole new set, so now I spend $2,000 on a whole new set to replace one club. I mean,
my driver's broken. I mean, it's because I can't hit the ball. I need to go spend $600 on a brand new driver to be good.
Exactly.
This driver sucks. I got to go buy another one now.
I got to spend more money. It's got to be $900.
But yeah, like it just sucks. Like finding the things that you enjoy to like.
They lose their joy.
Yeah, because you're not using them to de-stress or unwind from things. Like now they start becoming a stressor.
And I think this is the part of. This is like the part of adulthood like they don't tell you about, because
they don't teach you about anything.
No, dude, we're all winging it. I'm learning that in life. We're all winging it. But you like, because as you grow older, you get more responsibilities. It's like they don't teach you how to like balance it and to be able to like. I think stress management would be a great high school class to have.
Dude, or even college.
Yeah, I mean, I think it should be a requirement. Like, that's what I mean. It should be just like a finance class should be required in high school. So it should
just a standard like adulting 101.
Yeah.
Like, how do you apply for a loan? How do you buy a car?
Why does credit matter?
Well, yeah, why is credit important?
Yeah.
How to sit there and separate how to get a good work-life balance. Like, how to separate this and that and all that. Like home economics. Like how it used to be when we had an Epler. Like we did the cooking. Skills. Yeah, life skills. You did like the cooking and stuff. Yeah. Like that's a beneficial class.
Everybody should
have
great. You should have to take that once a year, and it should like progress. Like
to difficulties.
yeah, like all right, you got to worry about college now. Now you're getting closer to graduating. So hey, this is what you have to worry about with your student loans. This is what you have to worry about. This is how you should learn to plan and manage your money.
Right.
Like there needs to be more setups like that, and it's just ultimately I think finding balance in life is the hardest part of adulting. Like I want to balance what I like to do: golf, working out, filming YouTube, editing YouTube.
Yeah.
But I want to be able to work and keep my work at work and like have that separation. But it's just like since where we last worked, it's like broken it for me. Like I don't know how to be able to properly balance, and because of that, I don't know how to properly manage my stress anymore.
Yeah, no, it's messed up. It really is. It's like, yeah,
because it affects.
That's why it's like I said, I ultimately feel broken. Like I had a very good like grip on my anxiety and like my depression for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
Like I've had it in check, and now I don't have it in check. Like I actually bailed on a Red Wing game. When do I bail on a Red Wing game?
Yeah.
Like I had tickets for a Red Wing game, and I bailed because I didn't want.
You just didn't.
I didn't want to go.
Yeah.
But I sat at home and watched the game.
Really?
But I'd rather have been there.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to go because of how I felt and in my mental state.
And it's because that's the other thing too, because you get so overwhelmed about everything else, and you think, man, I have to work at this. Like if I keep trying or if I keep working at it, it'll get better. So then you don't give yourself that break to do the things you want to do. And that's why the things you want to do end up becoming so stressful, or you avoid them, or you don't do them to your full capability, because at the end of the day, it's just causing you more stress to do it versus not. And then you end up doing nothing.
Yeah.
Which is why.
Because you overthink everything for so long, and next you're like, wow, it's been 6 hours. Well,
I did nothing.
I guess I'm doing nothing. And then you get, like that's me. I get mad that I don't do anything. Then I get mad that I am doing something because
it's not like work related.
Yeah, it's not work related. And then I get mad I'm doing something because I'm not doing it to the best that I can do.
Right.
But mentally, like, I'm blocked. Like, I can't be better at it. So it's like everything I'm doing right now is just irritating. Like, I'm in a very I don't care state right now because I can't get a grip on everything.
Right.
And
well, maybe that's part of the problem too. You're trying to get a grip on everything.
But like when I say grip on everything, like I'm just trying to get back to like controlling my mindset. And like I'm not trying to get a grip on, A, B, C, D, and E.
Right.
Like right now I'm just trying to get a grip on A.
Right.
So I can progress to B and then C and then D. But like it's really hard right now. And
I think I'm trying to be. One thing I did that really helped me is like I made like 8 lists. I like wrote down everything that stressed me out. Just like, what am I thinking about a lot? What stresses me out? So I make my list.
The way you move your hand is pissing me off. Gosh, he keeps doing it. Yeah.
So I'll make my list, and then Then I'll go on to another piece, and I take that first one, and I say, let's say it's like work. I'm like, and then I make, what about work is stressing me out? So then I write that list. Then from there I go, okay, of these problems that I'm stressing out about, what can I control and what can't I control? You can control, you're at work, you do your job, this, that, and the other. You manage the people you're supposed to manage. You can't control how they respond.
Yeah.
You can't control making people apply and work, and you can't control their work ethic, but you can control, all right, this guy doesn't seem like he can cut it, I'm not going to hire him. And like, I've been trying to compartmentalize like that, and it's helping me, and it's getting better, but it's just like, at the end of the day, there's so much going on all at once, and there's so much where I'm just like, hey, I'm going to do what I can the best I can, and whatever happens, happens. Like,
yeah. I mean, like, I've tried doing it, but at the same point, like, controlling, not controlling it also still, like, affects me. Because, like, if I have somebody, for instance, working the line, and they can't keep up, it directly affects me, because now I have to sit there and not just manage where I'm doing it. I have to now go in and try to fix what they're doing so they can catch up or get caught up or regardless or fix the errors. So, it makes it difficult because, okay, I can't control that he keeps messing up, but it falls on me to fix that mess up.
Right.
So, like, it double stresses it out.
But then you just adjust. You're like, all right, this guy can't cut it at this point in the line.
Yeah, right.
And then if you can't do it there, and then the next spot, then you're just like, dude, go wash a dish or something.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. You know, like, that's the different part of it. Because, like, ultimately, at the end of the day, it's like, that's the part you can control. If they can't perform, then you just try to find them a new, better spot for them. And if that doesn't work, then you're just like...
It's like, well, I tried, buddy.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. And I mean, that's... At the end of the day, like, I think that's the biggest thing I try to focus on is, like...
Yeah.
I look at my given day. Like, I haven't been working out a lot. And, like, especially last week, I ate, like, dog doo-doo. So I'm like, there's the working out a lot because I'm trying to move multiple times. I'm like, all right, I kind of can control it, but I kind of can't, right? So I'm just like, all right, whatever. Let that one go. But what I can control, yes, I know I'm not going to be training a lot, so I need to stay on point with my diet. How much time are we
We're at 21.
Oh, wow.
So.
I need to stay on point with my diet, right? So that's the part I can control. And then if I mess it up at the end of the day, that's on me, and I just know, wow, I'm going to do better in the future.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just how I've been trying to, like, attack it because, and even, like I said, it doesn't, even though I know to do that, I still don't do it sometimes.
Right,
you know?
And that's the thing that gets frustrating because, like, I'm trying to do it, then it's like you don't do it, so now you're mad that you did nothing.
Yeah.
So it's like, like I get home, I don't want to do anything, but I'm mad that I didn't do anything.
Right.
Like,
and then you just, it's a cycle of anger. It's just, I don't know, it's hard, man. It's hard to, like, almost, like, let go of, like, the mental exhaustion. Because, like, even, because you and I talked about it, we both, at our last place, would, like, end our work day, get home, and, like, sleep for 6 hours.
Yeah, I would be like, hey, all right, I'm out. Like, Shane would come home from work and be like, hey, just so you know I'm going to bed. She's like, it's 6 o'clock. I said, yep. And I would sleep all the way until my alarm went off at 5:30 in the morning.
Dude.
And I would do it again.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't like that. I hated that. And now, again, I feel like I'm in that same boat again.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't want to be in this boat because I specifically hated it and I wanted to get out.
That's what you were trying to escape, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to escape the boat, but it's a very long boat. So
I got out of that boat in a different looking boat, ended up being the same boat.
Crazy.
Kind of crazy, man. Yeah. All these boats. But yeah, it's tough and like I don't want to. It's like setting the expectation and the standard for the balance is important because, like, when I do have kids, I don't want to, like, not that I'm trying to act like I had to. So my dad worked a lot because he had to travel for his job. So there was, like, times where I'm like, man, I wish my dad was at my game.
Yeah.
But that wasn't his fault. I'm not mad at him for it. But I know for myself, I'm like, I'm not going to let that happen with my kids.
Right. It's like you understand it now that you're older, but
100%.
When you're a raging teen going with all your hormones and everything, like, you're like, my dad was never there for me. My dad was a jerk. My dad didn't do this. My dad didn't do that. Like, or my mom wasn't here. My mom wasn't there. Like, you point the blame on them and everything because you don't realize and understand it. So then you're like, no, they're crappy parents because they couldn't support me here, there, or the other. But now that you're older, you're like, okay, this is why they did it. This is why they had to do it. This is why I don't want to be like that.
Right.
But at the same time, we're like, well.
Or you just learn. You're just like, man, that's what they were doing. And you like you said, you appreciate it more. And I saw this really good quote that, like, has really stuck with me the last couple weeks. It was like, take it easy on your parents. This is their first time living life too.
Yeah.
And I was just like, dang, I, like, never thought about that. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously we only get one life. We're all living it right now, but it's just like...
Yeah, and there's no guide to
it.
That's why we need, like, another Ned's Declassified.
Did you see what they did, though?
What?
So they had the whole Quiet on the Set thing has come out.
Yeah.
They, like, were making fun of it before they watched it on, like, their TikTok live.
Wow.
They made fun of, like, I think they were, like, poking fun at Drake's thing or whatever, but then then they watched it and then they were like, yeah, we shouldn't have done that. Like, I think they were trying to do, like, damage control.
Oh, okay.
Because they realized, like,
how messed up it was.
Yeah, what they said. But I'm just like,
Quiet on Set was epic.
You know what's funny? Like, I used to want to, like, man, I want to do, like, TV or movies or working at Nickelodeon would be so cool. And it's like, I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah.
Dan Schneider.
And then the other guy,
Brian Peck.
Yeah, Brian Peck.
Dude, he was pen pals with John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah, like you're
That's
pen pals with a
weird.
serial killer, and you're like, oh, no big deal.
They're like, that's fine, guys. He only killed young men, 33.
Right.
That's
and
not,
I work with young men. Whoa.
Dude, wild.
Yeah, that's messed up and a half.
We'll have to do another episode on that.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I guess that's our like kind of.
That's life.
That's life.
That's been life, but we're gonna get through it, all of us together.
Yeah, for sure. We'll progress and be better, and
then we can look back on episode 44 and be like, man, we've come such a long way.
Like, look at these idiots. They didn't even know what they're doing,
Yeah.
and look at us now. Still don't know what we're doing.
And they're even bigger idiots.
But they're mentally capable idiots. That's
what we
important,
want.
so.
Mentally rested idiots.
Yeah.
Get that? That should be our slogan. The No Shot Podcast. We're mentally rested idiots.
How do you become mentally rested?
We'll let you know in a future episode when we figure it out.
Thank God I bought this Mentally Rested for Dummies book.
Exactly.
So,
all right, guys.
See you guys. Good speaking again.
Like it, comment it, subscribe to it, and all
The other stuff.
stuff. Okay, bye.